Exactly right. You're mentioning a couple of the levers that we intend to pull or apply to these companies that we will be buying, and these are essentially the ways that we'll be adding value to the company or multiple companies. And one of the ones that you're alluding to is buying companies for a low multiple of typically their profits, 2 to 4, or perhaps 5x the annual profits, and because there's few buyers of companies that size, you can get them for that amount. If you grow their revenues, maybe combine a few of the same type of companies into a larger company
Mm.
that is now worth more than 10 or $20 million,
Yeah.
that identical company, it's just a little bigger,
Yeah.
is now worth 8 to 15 times the profits of that company on an annual basis.
Yeah.
Um,
So you use multiple arbitrage and make margin expansion. And maybe you could talk as a expert operator
yes.
that kind of is running a company, and you are really efficient at trying to look at at the whole stack, the whole setup, like what are we doing, who do we need here, and how do we grow revenues, but also become, have the correct OPEX, Can you maybe explain to the audience a little bit about when you buy a company, what do you do?
Absolutely. So the very first thing that we'll do is we'll apply the operational principles of the playbook that we use internally in the company, in the portfolio, existing portfolio, and in the parent company. And by operational principles, I mean using the same terminology, the performance metrics, the performance type of tracking, reporting, as well as then the next step would be the ways of working, the exact tool stack that you're mentioning as well. There are an incredible amount of new efficient software out in the world, as many probably know that are interested in the venture landscape. And it's also incredible how outdated the tool stack, and in some cases not even tech stack, but paper stack of companies are that exist in the world.
Yeah.
I bet even if you look back to companies that are founded even 10 years ago, the tool stack of those companies is pretty dated. So the second thing, after sort of speaking the same language, operational principles, would be to update the operational tool stack, especially, and because new companies are modern companies, are their operations is essentially their technology stack to a high degree. That means transforming the inside of the company and how things work efficiently together, which in turn really affects the margin of the company because it lowers the cost of the service you deliver. And then at a second layer, you can also, especially if these are companies that are not performing necessarily a digital service towards their clients, you can digitalize the relationship with the customers, or in some way enhance, even if it's sheer notifications or different other digital things towards the outer layer, like the customers, the other stakeholders involved in a company.